What is the character's name? Press backspace to erase. If you want to play as the game's curated pro tag, enter Michael. And for the name and non-binary for the gender. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to run it exactly as I think I'm gonna run it as you know, as I don't really like Michael though. Michael's kind of a shite name. I'm not gonna lie. Any Michaels out there, you got a shite name. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you like this, but you've got a kind of shite name. I do want to get a really cool. I do want to put a good name in here. What's a great? I'm trying to think of some good gender neutral names. Hold on. Okay, Google. Best gender neutral names. Let's find one.
Here's a result from Sir.
Yeah. Let's see if any of these, you know, really pop out at me. Holy shit, I actually do like this one. This one's actually pretty sick. I like this. We're gonna go by Nova. I don't know why, that just seems... What do they identify as? Neither. Now, where do they fall in this beautiful spectrum? Non-binary. The intention of this game is to be played through in its entirety as the character chosen for this journey and cannot be changed. Do you wish to continue as Nova? Yes. All right. So we're gonna go on a day. We're gonna go on some living, dying adventures as Nova. And now we get a hint of this music. Hold on. Let's see what they get for me. Okay. Okay. Got our twinkle. Do we get a drop for this? Not a big drop. No big drop. Big Sag. What about Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan has a shit name. Michael Jordan has a shit name. You heard it here first. I'll say it. Is it recognizable? Absolutely. But the name's still Michael. The name Michael is a shit name. I'm calling it out. Any Michaels that I know, I'm calling you out right now. I don't even know. Do I know any Michaels? I don't think I do. Anyway, we're going to start this game up. We're going to start this up. There's nothing but darkness in that moment. I couldn't see. I couldn't speak. I couldn't feel anything. And then, in an instant, it was as if my entire being was thrust violently through the air. I had to wait. We might have to speed this up a little bit. I wasn't being thrown up or down, but everywhere and nowhere at the same time. We're gonna have to speed this up a little bit. There we go. And before I could muster any fear, oh, a bright light. Sorry for the flashbang, anyone watching at night. I saw the light. Okay, to be fair, we should have considered that we would see the light at some point. That does make sense. I found myself surrounded by a crowd of people. People were clamoring around a stage, talking loudly amongst one another. It seemed like they were just as confused as I was. I tuned out their voices for a moment and rubbed my temples to collect my thoughts. What was I doing before arriving? How did I get here? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I can't recall at all. Any memory I could have had as to when and how I got here are non-existent. What? What the hell? Why can't I remember anything? But before I could ruminate on the revelation, two figures took the stage that made the whole audience in attendance go silent. Oh, hello. To the left was an elegantly robed man. He had white hair like foam that caked a beach shore, as an odd, dark, discolored pattern around his left eye. A birthmark, maybe? It was hard to tell at a distance. But above all else, he had a large set of wings protruding from his back. His smile was humble, warm, and noticeably nervous as he took the podium. He scanned over the crowd as he waved shyly to us. And to the right. Ooh. Oh, God. Okay. Hold on, let me... I don't know who this is to the right, but damn. Colors are on and popping. Those colors is on and popping. I don't know about y'all. They got a little canine tooth going on in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. It's too early to be It's too early to be thirsting. It's too early to be thirsting like this. It's too early to be thirsting like this. Oh my God. Oh boy. And to the right. Yo, I'm going to hell. I'm pretty positive I'm just going to hell. Listen. I think I'm going to hell. If that devil tail means what I think it means, I'm going to hell. Oh. Another sharply dressed man took the empty podium across the angel. His hair was deep, fiery red and hung just past his shoulders. Everything about his energy exuded confidence, from the way he leaned against the stand to the way his amused expression spread across his face, to the way he choked me and... what? That's not... I swear, did y'all not see that? I think it said that for a sec. I don't know. It looked like it said that for a sec. Anyway.
Late on the first day of work. Not very kind of you to keep us all waiting, even if we technically have an eternity.
There's voice acting like that? Yo, this is an indie game, and there's voice acting like that right now? Is this what we're doing? I was not ready. I was not prepared for that. Whew, okay, sorry. I gotta collect myself. Yo, I gotta collect myself. Hold on. That actually flustered me a bit. Okay, we do technically have an eternity. Thank you, demon.
Your predecessor was punctual, at least.
I can be on time if you need me to.
Silence, demon.
Not as hot, but still very attractive. Demon? I hadn't noticed it before, but that redhead. He had cat-like eyes and horns sprouting from each side of his head. Oh, those are supposed to be horns? I'm not gonna lie, I did not guess that those were supposed to be horns. It makes all the sense now that I think about it, but damn, I did not expect that. The demon's long black tail swished as if amused before pointing to the other microphone stand.
Oh, this thing on?
The angel seemed embarrassed.
Anyway.
I do like their voice actors, though. The voice acting is already pretty fire.
Aloha Aina, everyone.
Aloha Aina. I don't know what you're talking about, Lynn. Never before have I ever simped. I have never in my career as a person on the internet simped. I don't recall ever having this time doing such a thing. So I don't know what you're talking about. You can retract comments? I didn't know that. Oh. Also, it's fine. I haven't fully gotten all my my moderation stuff together, so sometimes just it'll be like, this is not a, it's an okay message, you're fine. Okay.
Hello there.
Hi there. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, okay. I thought there was gonna be more voice acting, no?
Hello there.
And welcome to the garden. I know all you must be confused as to why you're here, but let me explain where you're all at. Yeah? You mean we right? You mean we right? Okay, got it. You mean we right? This here where we stand is the Garden of Eden. Even though its trees bear fruit no more, it remains the more lovely part of this place. You're rude like your predecessor too. What is this place you are thinking, yes? I feel like this is getting a lot of island vibes. Like I think the creators may have been coming from either Hawaii or like island nations or island states. Either way, I'm loving this. I am loving this already, like way more than I expected. And I already expected to like this a lot. Well, you are in a place that is neither above nor below, but somewhere in the middle. Ending up here is extremely rare, and how it happens varies from person to person. Living a listless life, overindulgence, or if your time was cut short. The list goes on. It reminds me of Gibraltar. Like, I feel like for the Angel, I should be talking like Gibraltar from Apex Legends. That Pacific Islander type shit. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. So I'm like, so if I start doing that, that's why. I know I won't recreate their voices very well, but I'm gonna do my best to still make sure I keep them differentiated. In a way, it's like your path has been erased, yeah? So basically, limbo. You're all in limbo. Granted, it has many other names. Limbo, Purgatory, the DMV, just to name a few that you've come up with. The DMV, can we stop? I'm particularly fond of Limbo. It makes me think of taking a cruise across the endless ocean back home. I could take some of you aboard with me if you'd like. I'd like to go. I'd like to go with you. I'd like to go with you. I'd like to go with you, please. And that brings me to my next point.
I am the Archangel Calais, and I have been assigned to this realm to offer help in crossing over to heaven, or as we like to call it up there, Utopia.
Utopias? Okay. To get to this promised land, your resolve must be tested in one of the town's circling Utopia's gates called Haven's Homes. It is there that mortals must perform genuine acts of virtue to prove they have earned eternity in Utopia. You'll be staying in a haven home outside the realm of Utopia if and when you are ready to ascend. Please be aware that while patience is a virtue, there is a time limit of 1 Earth year to prove yourself worthy of citizenship within Utopia's walls. Similar circumstances follow if you want to get into hell. Though we aren't as elitist as Utopia, who require you to take an arbitrary morality test. It's nothing much, just denounce Utopia and pledge your unwavering loyalty to hell. We'll even overlook your first 3 misdemeanors to sweeten the deal. But any sins after that, and you'll have to undergo some torture to atone. If you get caught, that is. Which, given our enforcers, you most likely will. However, if you're not stupid about it, we might give you a promotion. Oh, don't look scared. It's not any different than what you've turned Earth into. The main difference is that in hell, we actually punish vile, disgusting sex predators. Holy shit. Yo. Yo. You know what? All of a sudden, hell sounding pretty great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hell sounding pretty dope right now. This hottie's there. And we get to fucking like mess with all the predators. Yo, I'm about it. Absolutely. If we get to mess with all the P words, let's do it, bro. I know YouTube doesn't like that word, so I gotta be careful when I say it. Lucifer hates them the most, so as punishment we get some nice hot searing blades and take it to their genitals and...
By the choir, have mercy!
Whoa, okay. We don't need to hear graphic details, demon. Yo, those crazy eyes. Look at those crazy eyes. Yo, those crazy eyes, dude. Oh my God. You know, I didn't even check to see something. Hold on. I forgot. I'm sorry. I gotta check on something just real quick. Make sure that something is happening. Yeah, okay, we're vibing. Okay, we don't need to hear graphic details, demon. Even if they deserve it. Fine. But in my opinion, that alone still makes hell better than Earth. Though I suppose I can talk about some of the other luxuries we have. Like did I mention we've got a 4D theater, a vast shopping center, and a Starfucks. A Starfucks at every corner to help you get through your literally internal endless nights. Oh God.
And the name's Ramon, by the way. The pleasure is all mine should you want me to drag you to hell.
I want you to drag me so many places. Ramon, I want you to drag me so many places. So many places. I mean, what? Wait. Since when did hell have a 4D theater? And just what even is 4D? There's a third dimension that can be projected by human means at that. There's a third dimension that can be projected by human means at that. Oh, it's where seats are equipped with features, vibration, wind, strobe, fog, and scent to give an immersive experience while a film is playing. I find them quite fun, really, even if I have to make the 3-circle trek down to the envy circle. The 3-circle trek down to the envy circle. Get it? They're going by the not the Odyssey. What's the thing that Circles of Hell? It's like the 9 circles of hell from... I'm not gonna be able to think of it right now. That's really upsetting. Just goes to show how behind the times Utopia is if 2D is as good as it gets. Moving on. There is always the option of remaining here, but fair warning, Limbo is relatively unmonitored territory between Utopia and Hell. Your soul's fate is uncertain, and many residents here live out the rest of eternity lost. It's pretty much a 24/7 free-for-all, so I'd watch your back. However, there is no need to dwell on that, as I'm here to help you cross over to a better place for the allotted time. Please do not be afraid to reach out, as it is my life's purpose to herd you lost souls to peace. Any questions? I know I keep changing this accent, but like it's because I can't do the other accent that well and not that effectively. There was a lot of mumbling and chatter amongst the crowd, all discussing who they wanted to join. From how they were talking, it seemed like a pretty even split of people intending to follow either one of them. Whoop. I considered my options. Utopia seemed like the most reasonable decision, given the other was literal hell. But from the way the demon pitched it, aside from a few discrepancies, hell was like living on Earth. One valued the mortality of a person, while the other took them as they were, flaws and all. I guess the big question I had to ask myself was, am I a good person? Listen, if this gets edited, I want Alucard from Team 4-Star Hellsing Ultimate Abridged just saying, am I a bad person? I want that fucking moment. This is bullshit! What? I was turning my head to see who that was. Oh, well, that was the wrong voice to give this person, I feel like. It was a short-masked person with rabbit ears that raised their voice first.
This whole system is bullshit!
Okay.
Having to prove how saintly I was? Does activism do nothing for people these days? Christ, dude!
Language.
Just because hell is pretty much Earth doesn't make it that much better considering how fucked Earth was when I left it.
That's true as hell. No, I'm not. No. Both of, I'm not talking about Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel, although both of them borrowed from this original book. There's a book that is known for, here, I'm just gonna look it up because it's gonna bug me that I can't remember it now. Dante's Inferno. From the book Dante's Inferno, it's classic literature that put the concept of the 9 circles of hell into like the common zeitgeist. So that is what I'm mentioning. But yes, Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel have taken inspiration from that. It's a lot of people have taken inspiration from that. Anything that is like we have to get through the levels of hell. That's where they got it from. They may change the number sometimes or like what each one is or some shit like that. But like usually they just kind of yank it straight from Dante's Inferno, which low high key is the first fan fiction in history. Because it's the person who wrote that literally just wrote themselves in meeting all sorts of their like heroes and shit like that. So it's like one of the first like historical fan fictions. You can look that up. It's actual factual, not a joke. All right, back to this masked hair. Considering how fucked Earth was when
Now, silver tongue shtick isn't selling me a goddamn thing.
Oh, well, sounds like someone likes Purgatorio here.
That's not what I've been trying to say at all.
Perish here then.
Okay.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, right? Who's with me?
The crowd went silent with a few awkward coughs here and there. Even though they had a mask, people avoided eye contact with the haired fellow. A ripped woman in a cropped varsity jacket and goggles spoke up.
Just how technology is heaven.
Y'all, representations matter because I just spat. I've not seen this type of person, like this type of physique and lovely individual. I don't get to see this regularly. So when this amazingness just dropped in front of my screen, I think I literally spit over my keyboard. I didn't even hear what was said. I just fuck. All right, cool. I gotta run that back, Turbo.
Just how technologically advanced is heaven?
Fuck, that's... Whoo! Y'all, representation matters. Representation matters, goddammit. I don't give a fuck what you say. Whew. She completely blew off the rabbit head. It's called Utopia. So pretentious. It's inclusive to people of all faiths. But to answer your question, it's as advanced as the residents make it to be. Which unfortunately for Utopia leaves it a couple years behind what you're used to. They still use VHSs and Walkmans over there, I bet. Untrue. Callie pulls out a chunky looking circular device and placed a large set of headphones on his head. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Aries, it's good to see you, my dude. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're here. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. God damn. Whew. We are currently playing as... bit of gumminess was stuck on my tooth and spat out there. That was gross. So we're learning about our decision to live in heaven, hell, or purgatory for the rest of our lives, and there's so many hot people to choose from to help persuade my choice. So we're seeing where this goes. We're meeting them now. Welcome in. We got these portable devices called CD players just last month. Now we can listen to music wherever we go. Bro, Kylie over here listening to the hottest Kirk Franklin you ever did here. So long as we don't scratch the disc or move too much.
Hey, dear Lucifer.
God, that voice. God, that voice. God, that voice. Sorry. If you want, I can pencil you for a tour of hell by the end of the orientation, Miss Mitchell.
No need. I've already made up my mind.
Are you also going to hell? Because that means I got two of y'all down there, and that's already more than I can. Ramon's face lit up.
I'm gonna take my chance with the angel here.
Oh.
I love working on projects from scratch, and it sounds like Utopia is in dire need of an upgrade if it wants to be called my home.
I'm not gonna lie, that makes this decision a lot harder. God, no. Ramon on the side, but she's going to heaven. Oh my God.
And just call me Mitz. Michelle is my mother's name.
It is what it is.
Suit yourself. I hate to see such brains go to waste, though.
But of course.
Nice, cuz. You don't know how happy it makes me to see someone as brilliant as you join us. Da-da-da-da. That is not to say we're not looking forward to the rest of you willing to come as well.
Hang on a second.
Okay, Miss Waitress, what you got for us?
I'm dead!
I thought we had established that a long time ago, Miss Waitress. Listen.
Oh shit, dude, you're right. We died?
Did we all just rush past that fact already? Like, I felt like that was established at the beginning of the lecture. Y'all had the entire lecture to catch that. Okay. Aries, how you doing, by the way, bro? How you doing, Brody?
My apologies.
Yeah, you are.
I can't be dead! I have a midterm!
Really? Really? Okay.
Mom studied really hard for tomorrow.
Okay, you care more about your midterm. You just died. You have the choice of going to heaven or hell, and you're like, but my midterm! Kinda not the worst thing to be worrying about, but man, this sucks. I'm gonna fuck up all their voices because they have voices and I'm not gonna be able to repeat them well enough. Suddenly the realization dawned on all of us. We were all dead, trapped here in this limbo, never to see the surface again. Never to see our friends and families. All of our lives had come to an end, whether we saw it coming or not. Noticing the rise in teary-eyed and melancholy, Callie and Ramon tried to calm the crowd down before they went into a full-blown panic. Mitch spoke up once more, breaking the tension.
How did I die, if I may ask?
The two up on stage looked at each other with uncertainty.
Oh dear.
Are you sure you want to know?
It would just be nice to know how I spent my final moments before getting here.
Scheist. If you guys have ever watched the show A Good Place or The Good Place, it's a Netflix show. It starts as a comedy and then turns into like something way better. I would love to finish it one day. I haven't, but it was really good from what I did watch, and it was actually legitimately very funny. Also generally is really cool, but like one of the big things about it is that people who died embarrassingly, like they had amnesia so that they couldn't remember how they died or something like that. So it was pretty fucking great. But that's literally the same thought I was getting here. I'm just like, that's funny. So anyway, the angel smiled warmly. I understand it would bring you some solace and closure, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, Mitz's voice. Mitz's voice. Whew. I don't know if Mitz. All right. Can I? I wish I could run polls. I think there's a way I can, right? I can. All right. I need. Hold on. I gotta. Okay, cool. Make sure I spell this right.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I'm doing a thing. All right, y'all, I gotta know. I need to know. All right. Ramon or Mitz, or I guess if you like Calais, you can vote for that. But I would love to know who's got who right now, because I know who I've got. I know I've got two right now. It's really between Mitz and Ramon. But like, where y'all at for characters right now? Because, or maybe you know what? Maybe I didn't even think about it, but maybe you're for the masked hair, even though we haven't learned not a damn dick about them. But you know what? Shouts out. I want to know too. I hardly remember a thing. My memories are all fuzzy-wuzzy. Same here, yo. All right then. He motioned over to the jacked woman. Mitchell Moore, your time of death was October 25th, 2018 at 8:07 p.m. from blood loss. You were dismantling a robot gifted to you by an associate for its AI systems for a personal project when suddenly, the machine suddenly powered on and chewed your whole hand off. Since you lived alone at the time and had your garage soundproofed at the request of your neighbors, no one heard your screams of agony when it happened.
Yeesh.
God damn. But also, it's kind of badass, but in the worst ways. Shyster.
Well, at least I went out the way I lived. Fisting machinery.
Fisting machinery. Okay, Mitz. She lifted her right arm up for anyone to high five, but it was kind of difficult to do with her hand missing. So she was left hanging. Our sassy little rabbit friend, DJ Roadkill, as most people called them, died in the most ironic and hilarious of ways. July 4th, 2019, perished when a peaceful protest boycotting the police for racially inspired police brutality turned into a full-blown riot. It's unknown who threw the first stone. Just kidding. Of course it was the police. Shout out Ramon, ACAB, let's go. Ramon is just winning every point for me. I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but Ramon is winning every point for me. Mitz is kind of a big loss, but like, if I get Ramon, it might be worth it. I don't know. It was the police. And you were the stone when an officer shoved you in front of an oncoming car. Get it? Because the stage name is DJ Roadkill. All right, Ramon. I don't think that's fun. DJ Roadkill snickered.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. LOL.
You know what? Roadkill's got a sense of humor. We appreciate him.
Well, guess I died the way I lived too. Sticking it to the fucking man.
Let's go, Roadkill. We got Roadkill. Let's go. If it's any consolation, the chief of police that sparked the initial cause for the protest died during the riot. We've had live shows of his torture ever since. Shouts out. I want access. I will subscribe to the Patreon. What do I got to do? Who do I donate to? Is there a Discord link? I will join. Absolutely. Like I want access to that live stream. That sounds amazing. Come to hell and I can get us front row seats for the next showtime. Ugh, I have a weak stomach. No thanks. Though knowing the fucker went to the place I always curse him to go to does make me feel a little bit better. It was the waitress's turn. Rosita Cardenas? Cardenas. Rosita Cardenas. Time of death, February 15th, 2019, in the heat of the lunch rush at 12:38 p.m. Your cause of death was... Oh.
By the choir, have mercy!
Accidentally worsening a gas leak because of sleep deprivation that resulted in a fatal kitchen explosion? That explains why you're covered in soot.
Please, forgive me.
Official COD smoke inhalation. How reckless. We can't divulge whether or not there were other casualties besides yourself. But a fire that big... Well, you can use your imagination how many people were left medium to well done. Kalia gives Ramon a stern look, seeing as the demon's morbid humor wasn't welcome with Rosita. Rosita? I want to say Rosita. I feel like I'm saying this name wrong, either way. One at a time, they shared the cause of death to those that asked for it. From freak accidents to diseases to murder. One of the main consistent themes was how many of us were young adults. Well, what about me? I finally managed to get a word in near the end. Oh, you? Let's see here. Kelly closed his eyes, calmly searching through his mind for my answer. His face scrunched up disapprovingly. That's weird. I can't seem to find your time of death or cause of death at all. What about you, Ramon? Yeah, no, me either. It's all black and redacted. I loathe it when the higher-ups do that vague shit.
How very interesting.
How odd. Must have been a pretty brutal and traumatic death if we're not allowed to be privy to that information. In all my times as an escort, I've yet to see someone like you show up. Makes me wonder. So, sorry, Nova. Choice affects character's affirmation. Well, that sucks, or this is okay. I'm gonna say it sucks! I feel like this sucks. Also, Harris, I've been doing pretty good. I'm enjoying the stream. We played a game earlier today that was like real rough, like a rough demo that was real fun. And now I'm really excited for this one. This one's been delivering thus far. It's a visual novel dating sim, but like, I haven't played one on stream, or I haven't played one for others in a long time, so it's nice to do again. But even more so, this one's so inclusive, I'm kind of crying inside. It's so good. So also, I guess I should say, at some point, if you guys haven't already checked it out, down below the links to the Queer Games bundle, you guys can pay what you want to make sure that you get all of these 450 plus games and media to try out and see things for yourself. That includes this, that includes the other game we played, and that includes the game we played last week as well, and more. So feel free to give them a shout out. Also, they do have even more going on for the end of till the end of the month. So if you guys haven't checked out the bundle and you are interested in getting a bunch of games from itch.io and you guys like those types of demos and kind of like up and coming games, give them a chance. And if you got $10 to spare, $20 to spare, or if you can do the full $60 for the full, it all goes back to LGBT creators making these experiences. So if you guys are interested, please give them some love. I wanted to just give that up. How do you like your dating candidates? Medium or well done? I like to be well done. Okay, this sucks. I say things and then immediately I turn around and I'm like, why did I say that? Why do I say things? Sometimes I don't know. I shouldn't be allowed to speak sometimes, I swear. I really shouldn't. How am I supposed to find peace if heaven can't even tell me how I died? Well, unlike these featherbrains that misplaced your cause of death, hell actually does have it on file. You would just have to claim it for yourself since it's your own private information. Maybe I will. Da-da-da-da. I don't know. This is a lot to take in at once. I just died after all, and now I'm in Eden within some place called Limbo. I should take it slow and weigh my options before settling on anything. I don't know, it's pretty easy to settle onto that lovely, lovely individual on the right. What if there aren't any more questions? Suddenly a horde of people begin to get closer, begin to close tighter around the stage, people's concerns rising above one another as they tried to get a speaker's attention. Aye, aye, aye. One at a time, please. Ramon, could you? Just as Kale was going to finish his sentence, a muffled song started to chime from Ramon's pocket and he pulled out his phone. His eyes went wide and he began to walk off stage.
Hasta luego.
Cover me, would you? Like, I gotta take this phone call real quick. Okay, thanks, bye. Without so much as letting Kale get a word in, he was gone. The angel sighed, clearly annoyed by this development.
Oh, Lord, give me strength.
He took a deep breath to calm his nerves and addressed the crowd before him. Okay, first off, I need to see where people were at for this poll. Being well done is a mood. Yo. Who, okay. I'm not ending the poll, not yet. We only had 10 minutes and we got a whole lot to meet these characters. And maybe I'll rerun the poll, but like, who the fuck's at Calais? Who the fuck's at Calais? Raise your hand in chat. I want to know who did it. Who did it? I would like to be aware of who said Calais. I think I'm gonna follow Ramon. Ramon's hot, okay? Ramon's hot, and I'm not just talking about because of hell. I'm not talking about the hellfires, okay? Choice affects character's affection. Nothing of interest was catching my attention from the conversation. Just a bunch of people poking and prodding Calais on his first day on the job. I had a few more questions to ask Ramon anyway. And low-key, I was a little curious as to why he so suddenly excused himself. I managed to slip away unnoticed while the other humans kept Calais' attention occupied. Shout out to the stock walking sounds, like the walking in the forest sounds. We appreciate those. I've used those. The Ghost of Christmas Past. I swear to God, I can't stand y'all. I never noticed it before, but for the supposedly lush Garden of Eden, there was barely any fruit or vegetables in sight. However, despite that and the moody atmosphere of Limbo, it was still pretty beautiful. Flowers were abundant and lined the paths of the garden, so much so that I had to catch myself from sneezing. Finally, I was able to catch up with Ramon, who looked visibly distressed as he paced around while on the phone. That's just the way she is, mijo. The Hispanic accent just, God. You don't mean that. I know your mother can be pretty abrasive. Oh, that means mean. But she and I still love you very much. Can we talk about this once I'm back? Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
I love you. Will you say it back for me? Oh. Alright. See you then.
Ramon's got a kid? Was it an actual kid? Listen, I don't know if I'm down for being a step parent, okay? I don't know about that. We might have to see up on that one. Just as he hung up the phone, the sneeze I had been holding in for so long had finally escaped. Very loudly at that. Achoo! Startled by the noise, Ramon turned around and noticed I was right behind him. Da-da-da. What? Expecting me to say bless you? More importantly, how long were you eavesdropping? I didn't hear anything? Good. I'm not sure what the phone call was all about, but it was in my best interest to feign innocence. I was more concerned about my own at the moment. Just had a few questions about my death. His frown curved back into a smile. God. He's so bad for me. He's so bad for me. He's so bad for me. But fuck! Okay. Frankly, so do I.
How very interesting.
All the mystery behind it has made you the most exciting of the bunch thus far. Really? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. He winked at me and I could feel my cheeks burn up as he took a step forward towards me. Oh. He was tall and imposing as he loomed over me, and I should have felt threatened, but instead I felt like I should put his hand around my throat like the necklace that I've always wanted. Oh, that wasn't what it said. Ignore that last part. I stood my ground against him, be it from determination, fear, or something else, I'm unsure. Well, I faked a cough into my fist to break this weird tension. Ramon loosened up, probably taking the hint. Is it true I can find out the way I died in hell? That's right. Heaven, or utopia as the angels call it, plays the role of overprotective father and would keep that information from you. But not in hell. Information and knowledge are at the fingertips of the people like you who wish to seek it out. Oh God, the hand and the hair. Oh my God. Give me strength. Oh my God! For the right price. That being, like I said before, all you need to get what you want is to hand yourself over to me. To hell, I mean. I'm just the escort who will take you there. Any other escort services available with you in them, maybe, possibly? Okay, why didn't he just phrase it like that in the first place? So what does that entail exactly? By relinquishing yourself to hell, you're giving the biggest middle finger to utopia and all its high and mighty ideals. Under Lucifer's creed, accept that we are all flawed, narcissistic creatures that desire to be bad in all the right ways to make their God angry. Listen, if we were on Twitch, you could. But since we're not, since we're not on Twitch, you can't. Get wrecked. It doesn't necessarily make you a bad person, just one that likes to party. So what do you say, Nova? I need to think about it. Take your time, though. Word to the wise, hell can be pretty difficult to navigate without a friend. And it could take you years, maybe decades, to get your death report. Even longer if you waste time failing to get into utopia. It's hell after all. It's a disservice it'd be a disservice if we didn't make you suffer just a little bit. I see. That was kind of a bummer. Not knowing the exact how and why I ended up here has made the experience all the more devastating for me. How would I cope in the meantime if it did take years to finally get my death report? But consider it a signing bonus if you choose to come with me within the next few days. I'll be waiting in the hotel lobby to ferry the first batch of humans looking to leave. Hotel? You can't miss it. It's the only building in this town that doesn't look like it's gone completely to shit yet. I have to admit the demon's offer was tempting. We should be heading back now. The angel's probably getting his ass eaten dealing with some of those more rowdy humans. Right. With that, Ramon and I trekked back to rejoin the group. All I'm saying is whoever didn't vote for Ramon, you're wrong. However, Mitz is still kind of high up there, and I kind of want to talk to Mitz more. What are the chances I can get Mitz to come to hell? Any chance of that? No? Okay. Seems like things had died down by the time we got back. Calais looked almost happy to see Ramon return. But soon as his gaze panned over to me...
Is that why you left? What a snake you are. And in this very garden, no less.
History likes to repeat itself, but I jest. I found them here after I finished my phone call wandering around aimlessly. Not much of a guardian angel now, are you?
God, I love Ramon. Ramon's such a little shit! Oh, God. That's a completely different job from Shepard. Ramon stifles a laugh with his palm while Calais continues to be annoyed by his antics. It's me. It's actually me. This is what I need to look like. This is the cosplay I need to make happen. Mega lol. My God, they're just so hot, bro. Sorry. I don't quite understand why he felt the need to lie just now. Did he do it to just cover for me or for his own sake? Maybe he just wanted to ruffle Calais' uptight feathers. Still, seeing the way his grin peeked at the corner, barely visible only from this angle, I can't help but smile too. So, bro. Listen, if you've never watched me play a dating sim, first off, you should go check out my Storytime Saturday series. They're all really good. Most of them are really good. And there's some really good stuff in there. I'd say that you'll have a lot of fun if you've never watched them before. Just saying. I'm not saying that there's a lot of shit on this YouTube channel, but there's a lot of shit on this YouTube channel. After a few more questions from the crowd and teasing from Ramon, Calais started to wrap things up. Well, no thanks to you, I was able to finish up orientation though, for the day. Any humans that are interested in Utopia can make a line starting here so I can register you. A swarm of people crowd around Calais, practically drowning him.
By the choir, have mercy.
Well, a single file line if you can, please. Also, if I don't get you in today, I am returning tomorrow.
And all the people that want to party in hell, just head towards the one non-shitty looking hotel building in the city and ride the elevator down.
Just like that, Featherbrain, I'll be around tomorrow for those last minute stragglers as well.
See you soon.
Surprisingly, there were some people who walked out of the garden along with Ramon. There were also a few uncertain folks lingering where they stood as well. Namely, those three from earlier.
Aw, jeez. This is all so much to take in. I don't know what to do.
Well, Rosita.
Well, I, for one, am going to limbo.
Mitz is going to limbo? What? I thought you were trying to go to heaven. Oh, wait. If you're going to limbo, does that mean I can convince you to come to hell, though? Can I convince you to come to hell, though? Can I convince you to come to hell, though? What, you got a boyfriend? You like Mike and Ike's? Oh, you like Mike and Ike's? He getting you some Mike and Ike's. Where your boyfriend? Where your boyfriend? Where your boyfriend? Can I have your number? Can I stop? I gotta stop.
Huh? I thought you said you were going to follow the angel.
Oh, for sure. I just want to see if I can scavenge some stuff while I'm down here. Plus, I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Learn as much as I can about this place and how it works before moving on.
Okay.
Same here, yo. I bet it's not even as bad as those two had hyped it up to be if this garden is anything to go off of. Let's check it out.
I'm curious as well. Mind if I tag along? Nova, was it? Oh god, I cannot do this many voices. Fuck! I'm about to be screwed out of voices. I don't know how to make Mitz sound. Nova, was it? Yeah, you can come with us.
Hooray! Hooray!
The more the merrier, my dad always says. I don't know, I'm just gonna give her the southern country belle. Rosita's just getting the southern country belle, because that's the best I can do for her. I know it's not her exacts, but that's gonna have to be it. With that, we turned heels and made our way out of the garden. The four of us navigated through the gardens for the exit. It was a bit tricky, almost maze-like, but Mitz suggested following the murmurs of the Hell group to find the exit. Once we were out of it, we were instantly met with the sight none of us were expecting. What? Before our eyes was what looked like a desolate city. Buildings and homes were in a state of poor management, rusting and falling apart at the seams. Trash littered across the eroded streets of the city, and any of the sun was hidden behind dense, moody clouds. It gave off a depressing and impoverished lifestyle should any one of us want to live here. Seems like they weren't lying, huh? No kidding. What a dump. I can hardly imagine anyone wanting to live in a place like this. Instantly, DJ Roadkill hopped on all our cases. Hey, wait a minute. This? DJ Roadkill pointed behind themselves towards the rundown city. I literally used to live in a place not too different from this. Sure, it looks like a couple of riots came through here, but I hardly call this place an uninhabitable dump. Can't judge a book by its cover or some shit like that. I guess you have a point. With a little renovation, it'd be half as nice as where I used to live.
You got me there.
I mean, I found a few diamonds in the rough back in my day digging through my neighbor's garbage. My dad used to make furniture from trash. Were you poor too? Not really. My family was pretty well off, middle class. The more bougie people in my neighborhood would just toss shit out without much care, so I would swipe any electronic appliances for my inventions. Wasteful fucks throwing perfectly good stuff away when they could just donate it.
Right on.
Honestly, I couldn't agree more with that. Hence why I sold whatever I found useful. Well, can you really call it stealing if they don't want it anymore? I don't think so, but my dad's almost gotten arrested for taking a table our neighbors were tossing away. That's dumb. It was pretty dark that night, and the table was really heavy that my dad knocked over all the trash bins. He tried to apologize by going to the backyard to wake them up through the bedroom window, but they didn't seem to appreciate it. Pretty positive her dad was just a robber, but that's cool. I don't think anyone would honestly. That fascinating tale of accidental trespassing aside, I did notice something. Hey, where'd Mitz go? Rosita, DJ Roadkill, and I look around and saw that Mitz had walked off into the city, waving a backhanded goodbye to with her good hand. Aw, here I thought we'd be sticking together. I guess it's just us three. Rosita turns her head, and DJ Roadkill had disappeared now too. They had scampered to follow Mitz. They hollered at us. Let's split up and regroup later. I don't even remember what accent did I give DJ Roadkill? I don't fucking remember. I'm having a bad time remembering who's who right now when it comes to my voices. Sag. Without giving either of us a word, Mitz and DJ Roadkill figures vanish into the streets. Rude.
Aww.
It's just you and me then, Nova. Promise you won't leave me either. I have a much better chance of survival tagging along with someone. We're in a completely unfamiliar and different realm of existence after all. A partner at my side didn't sound so bad. Yeah, sure. Why not? We can stick together for a while.
Yay!
Yay! Let's go then! The only one who's got a solid voice is Rosita, and kinda Ramon. Rosita and I made our way through the city. For a fairly large town, it was pretty empty of citizens. And the people who we did come across didn't seem to want anything to do with us. Occasionally we saw some things lurking around the corners and inside buildings, but we kept our distance and went unnoticed. Still, Rosita clung to my arm like at a moment's notice, one of us would fall or lose sight of the other. Not to mention, she would practically lift me up when we ran from even the mildest of noises. Despite her demeanor, Rosita was pretty fit from the way she hauled me around for distances. I asked her to pull over for a moment so we could take a breather. I was exhausted from all the exploring, so we looked to take shelter inside one of the abandoned stores. She took an overview of her surroundings and audibly gasped, gripping my wrist once more as she led me into a small building. It's a diner. A restaurant?
OMG! This place!
Meep. Hello, Gold. I hope you are excited for the video in which you're gonna be editing. Oh my God. What's going on, buddy?
It's an authentic 1920 Sweetie Shakes Diner trademark establishment!
They actually said trademark. Oh my God. How can you tell? I worked at one of the restaurants, one of the recreations of these restaurants. The recreations play up the retro vibe to 100% with checkers, neon, and metal. But the first few diners were just simple, small, family-run eateries in Northern California. Then in the 1970s, Henry Sweets sold the brand, and by the end of the 90s, there were Sweetie Shakes on half of the street corners in the U.S. and parts of Canada. No, not that video. I meant this one. I meant this, as in this will be definitely going up on the Chai Mei channel. This will definitely be going up on the Chai Mei channel. You know, this is definitely good. I like this one a lot. It was all in the instructional 2-hour-long documentary feature employees were required to take. It was all in the instructional 2-hour-long documentary feature employees were required to take a test for on the job. Oh my God, I messed that up so bad, man. I know some jobs have weird requirements to meet before applying, but that's just ridiculous. I'm missing something. Hold on. There's stuff all over the place. Okay, sorry. I know some jobs have requirements to meet before applying, but that's just ridiculous. Beats needing past experience for an entry-level job at other places. I thought you were too, honestly. Are you not? Well, now you are. Look at that. Cool. Good stuff. Beats needing experience for an entry-level job at other places. I thought you were too, but apparently the fuck not. I think we had an issue with yours for some reason. Oh no, that was Beaver. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. And they gave me free popcorn to munch on during the movie. It was a little stale though. But I'm not going to say no to free food. Fair enough, I guess. I took a seat at one of the booths. It wasn't particularly comfortable, and something was preventing me from resting my back against the cushions. Huh? Digging around the ripped open leather, I found a set of keys hidden within it. These must be keys to the diner or something. Little good it would do now, since after already looking around, doors were either missing or withered enough that a good shove could bypass any lock. Still, I decided just to pocket the keys for now. Maybe I can find some other use for them later. Okay. Rosetta skipped through the employee-only kitchen door, and I could hear the rustle of metal and boxes being moved from here. I decided to rest my eyes for a bit. dreariness starting to take over me as my palms cradled my head over the table. What time was it even? Is time even relevant in Limbo? I doubted it. There wasn't anything resembling a sun in the sky despite there being light. Just clouds for miles on end. Limbo was meant to be a temporary holding place for humans like Rosita and I, ascended or descended with one of the immortals. As rare as it was for someone like me or Rosita to end up here, it'd have to be modestly big to hold even 0.00001% of deaths that happen a year. Before I could further bore myself with the math, Rosita had come back, a tray in hand and a big cheery smile. Oh, okay, Rosita's kind of cute. Rosita is kind of cute. Look at that. Look at that big ass smile. She's cute, even if she is covered in soot and she had burned a bunch of people alive on accident. Don't worry about it. Ding, ding, ding. Oh. For MX Nova. She set the plate in front of me and slid into the seat across from me with an empty glass and straw. I looked down at my food and, Rosita? Yeah? What is this?
It's a sausage and hash brown skillet, silly. It got the nickname Late Night Crunch because it's super popular with the college students. Legend on my campus has it that a student ate this every day before their exams, and they would get flawless marks.
That sounds like a whole lot of marketing.
It's like a good luck ritual. So I think my manager just made that up to get more customers from my college.
That sounds about right. Probably. Doesn't mean it wasn't delicious. Dig in. Rosita then began to sip from her clearly empty glass and hummed whimsically. You know what? We'll pretend to eat the meal. Have a bit of fun. Obviously, she doesn't expect me to eat this hot plate of garbage. I humored her and stuck my fork into the meal and just bring it inches away from my face. It smells awful, but I put on a convincing performance pretending to take a bite. Munch, 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 I said phonetically. So good. My compliments to the chef. Oh.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button.
Self-voicing enabled.
We'll leave the self-voicing. I enjoyed it.
Very happy I decided to play along.
Oh, it's TTS type. Sorry, we're gonna put that away. But we appreciate that accessibility option. Shout out to accessibility options. Always great. Rosita giggled, very happy I decided to play along. I'll be sure to let her know. This was actually kind of fun, just sitting here and role-playing with Rosita as if we were back on Earth. She a waitress and I a random customer. Hey, shouldn't you be working right now? I took my break just to hang out with you, cutie. She gave me a wink. I'll have to let your manager know about this then. Oh, come on, don't be one of those customers. We laughed and enjoyed our game of pretend for a little while longer. It was nice to play make-believe and escape our less than favorable reality.